So I wanted to make a short video on how to program a 2006 Chevy Silverado EEPROM to adjust mileage and or engine hours. There are some key things that haven't been mentioned online, and some of these other guys just aren't really that thorough about explaining everything, and so you kind of have to figure it out. You take what they teach you and then figure it out on your own. And so I've done a little bit of homework, so I just want to make things a little bit easier for you guys. So we'll get right into it. First thing you want to do, once you have your EEPROM off your chipboard, make sure that there's an arm here. This arm is the direction I'm using to put the EEPROM in, and you want to be able to read the numbers. You should be able to read the numbers. If the numbers are upside down on the EEPROM, then it's upside down. So this is the direction it should be. Also, just so you know, pin 1 is on this side. It's the very most front pin. Some of these EEPROMs will have a little white chip on the top left, or not the top left, the bottom left. So the little white chip would be about right in this general area right here, closest to the number 1 pin. That also is another way to tell. Anyway, this controller that I'm using to program is a TL8662 Plus. This is the newest model. It's got connections here. If you do really get into reading EEPROMs off the boards, you can plug into this plug here. For the GM clusters, you cannot connect into the board using this particular reader. It has a power overload protector in it, and on the board itself there are some diodes, I think is what they're called, that hold power, and so they basically cause it to go into overload. So you have to remove the chip. So getting right into it, I've showed you how to do that. We'll go ahead and plug it in. Red wire, or red light comes on. I'm going to be using the Tahoe 231 software and XG Pro, which the XG Pro is the software you use for this machine here. So what we'll do is start by opening up the XG Pro. Now in this system here, the GM Silverados for the 2006, you want to make sure that you're on AT2502, and in order to make this read AT2502, just go ahead and click right here, type in the number 25020 here. You want to use the words @mail here, and then select AT25020 at SOIC8. Then at the bottom down here, you're going to hit select. Okay, the first thing you would do is you would come up here to the top and you would hit read. And when you click read, this here is going to show you the adapter that you're supposed to use to read the EEPROM, which is a SOIC8 or DIP8. That's what this little thing here is. And then it's also showing you the area that I told you, the little dot on the top left. That would be the dot telling you that that goes to pin 1, like I mentioned earlier, and you'd be reading it from this side over. You should be able to see the words. Now if you hit read and you ended up getting some red errors over here, or red X's, those are the pins that aren't reading. You need to remove your EEPROM and maybe clean it with some alcohol or something and then reinstall it. So if you had any errors, they'd be little red lines over here. This one did not have errors. It said that the pins were detected, everything passed. Now that I've read it, I go ahead and hit cancel. Now this particular EEPROM is completely empty right now. There's nothing on it. So it did read it, but it's just reading all F's, okay? In your case, you should have a bin on it, and I'll show you, because I have a good bin. It would read, and let me just show you. Let me get to a bin real quick. I had a practice one here for you guys. So update. Yeah, this will work. So once you had read, it would have read something like this, and you would have had a bin file up here. Okay, then what you would want to do is go ahead and put this bin down and open up your Tahoe software. Okay. I got it opened up twice here. Okay, now what you want to do is select your vehicle. GM, Chevy, Silverado, and then over here it's giving you 2004 to 2007. Now the 2007 is going to be the classic body style. The 2008 is when they came out with the, or 2007 is when they also came out with a new body style. So this one's using the chip numbers a 95020. Now if you remember earlier I told you it was a 25020. So the original chipset that comes on the board is a 25020, but you'll just purchase yourself a 95020 if you're replacing the EEPROM. If not, you'll just continue using the one you're using. But in this case, we'll go ahead and click the 2004 to 2007, and it pops up here. Now here it's going to show you that this is where the mileage is stored, is on 0000, 0010, and 0020. And right here is where the code is, 1827. And then you're going to have all F's and then 1827. That's where the code would be. Now the way to figure out where this is in the slot, obviously the first group of numbers, 1827, will be easy, but when you get to the end over here, 1827, you'll notice you have two sets of F's, so just make sure you have two sets of F's at the end. And then on the second thing here, just count how many F's you have at the end. You have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 pairs, and then you enter the code there. Now on this number 0020 line, your code only goes in these first 4 pairs of F's. Where these X's are, you are not going to change those numbers at all, so make sure you do not touch those. But anywhere there's F's, you will enter F's. Okay, so we'll go ahead and we're going to put in the mileage here, and I want to show you. Let's say we want to put 150,000 miles, and we hit calculate. It's actually going to show you that it's in kilometers, so you're actually going to have to convert kilometers to miles. So you're going to go ahead and open something like Google. So click Google. You're going to type up in the top up here, convert. And as you can see, I already have it printed out, convert kilometers to miles. I'll hit enter. And it'll open up this screen here. And I'm just going to take miles right here, and I'll just type in 150,000. And that'll convert it to kilometers for me here. So I'll just copy that. Copy. Go back to my Tahoe software, and instead of putting the 150,000 miles up here, I'm going to put it in kilometers. So I'll hit paste, and I'll hit calculate, and that'll actually be the 241,401 kilometers is equivalent to 150,000 miles. So we're going to type in 16E3 in all these codes here. So let's go back to the Tahoe software, and right here on 0000, we'll put 16E3, I believe was the number. Go back and double check. And you can just put this up underneath this front here. And you'll see the code was 16E3 and 18, so 16E3, then all F's, and then you'll have two sets of F's. So I can look right here at the two sets of F's. I can come right here to this and put 16E3. But you do want to make sure that you have all F's, and you'll notice there's a right here. So we need to change that to FF. So now we have all F's in all these lines, and we come down to the second line here. And you'll notice it is in number 8 and 9 is where you're going to be entering your code. So if you looked here and you went 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 pairs, and I come down here and go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 pairs. That leaves me address 8 and 9. So I would come here to 8 and put 16, and I have E3. But again, I have line 7 has a 6-4 in it, so I have to change that to F. So we'll be making sure that all these lines are F's, except for those two, 8 and 9. That's all good. Now we're going to go to the first set of, we have 4 sets of F's here, and I showed you that here earlier. We'll go down to lines 20 and look at lines 20. And as you can see, there are no numbers in this group. It would show you that you'd be entering numbers here if you were going to enter numbers. So you see there's no numbers in this group. And if you look here, it's supposed to have all F's. So you have a 64 here. So you need to change that to FF. Now, again, we're not going to be changing any of these numbers because those are, like I mentioned, there was X's in that group. So we are done with this. So that's changing this to 150,000 miles. So we're done with that. Now we want to change the engine hours. Sorry. So let's go back to this. And let's hit select vehicle. GM, Chevy. Oops, my bad. Silverado. And you'll see here there's a spot that says hours. So we're going to go ahead and select that, 2004 to 2007. Now the engine hours, you're going to go ahead and I'm going to show you. Let's say we want to put 2,500. So put 2500. Hit calculate. It is going to say kilometers again. But kilometers in engine hours is exactly the same as engine hours. Nothing's different. It's the same. So you can just stick with 2,500. So you have A861. So right here it shows you on line 0050. You're not changing any of these. There's X's here. You see that? It says 4138. So you got 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 sets of X's on line 0050. 1, 2, 3, 4. So right here, I'd be entering A861, which I did. It's already there. This one's been messed with before, but I need to show you guys something. This is really important. Okay, so right here where it says A861, I entered my code, and right here it says XXXX, not to touch any of this. Well, I need to tell you guys something because this is wrong. If you had a really high engine hours, like 8,500, this number 6 right here would be an 01 on your original bin. And if it was an 01, you need to change it to a 00. If you don't change that to a 00, it will not work. This code will not work. You'll end up with like 7,000 or 8,000 hours because when you put in the code, it's just going to be wrong. In fact, I think that went up to 10,000 hours when I had an 01 there. So I ran into this problem on one of my bin files that I was working on, and I was just really flustered and I couldn't figure it out. And I looked at a couple other bin files that I had, and this line 6 and 7 was always 0000. But in the bin that I had opened, it was 01 here. So no matter what code I put in here, it never worked. And I ended up eventually figuring it out. So this is part of your engine hours. This line 6 up here is affiliated with this 4 and 5. So it does affect the hours. So you have to make sure that this is 00. Otherwise, these engine hours won't work. So now that I've entered the A861, I've now got 2,500 hours. Now, in order to program it, what I would first do is I'd come up here to File. I want to save this file, and I would create a bin. I'm just going to call it Practice for now. Just call it Practice, and I would save it to my bin files. Okay, and now it's saved. Now I'm back at that file. Now I'm going to go ahead and go up here to the P, which is Program. I'm going to go ahead and hit Program. And it's going to go through all these processes, make sure everything says pass and successful, that you don't have any errors over here on the pins. Okay, and now the new EEPROM is programmed. Hit cancel, and you're done. Now what you can do is go ahead and go up here to File, clear all the buffers again, and you can actually just go ahead and hit read and verify that everything's on that EEPROM. Hit read. It read successful, hit cancel, and this is what is being read on your EEPROM. So that's how you do it. That's the proper way to do it. Again, make sure you enter all F's in all the areas that it says F's. and just be aware of that engine hours. That line address 6 has to be a 00. So anyway, I hope this helps. Have a great day.